Tokyo, it's perverts on trains. Sapporo, it's bears that might want to eat you.
Yeah, they go all out for bike theft. All out.
But
murders
in the
and like
weirdest ways.
prostitutes and all that.
An old lady once sat on my knee.
Have you ever met a Yakuza?
I always leave my door unlocked for my apartment.
Before today's main topic, I thought at the start of each video, I'm going to read you a kind of news story that has happened in Japan and just try and like shock you and shock the viewers. So,
Right.
today's
Hit me.
today's story. So there was a high school boy in Kobe.
Starting poorly.
He wanted to show his love for this older woman.
How old?
Well, let me just read you the title, shall I? So this is the title that they went for, okay? High school boy in Kobe shows his love for older woman by spreading his poo on her bicycle. That's a good headline, isn't it?
That's like animalistic in the most basic way.
But it makes you want to read more, right? If you saw that, you'd be like, what the fuck?
To be honest, I actually think that the headline tells me enough.
It
Like,
does. Yeah, you don't need to.
Reading that story is futile at that point because you know everything that happens.
You don't need to read more, but you want to kind of read more. So, well, let me just tell you. So, a 17-year-old boy in Kobe, last July, so recently, he was in his final year in high school, and so he wanted to express his love.
And there are no better ways to express your love than
like
smearing your shit over someone's property.
Well, yeah, obviously some people express their love through like words or like romantic gestures. He obviously went that route. So at first he wrote her a letter.
Oh, of course. And like the natural step up from writing a letter
is to shit all over someone's bike.
Yeah.
I mean, there's at least a couple of stages before that. But so he wrote a letter, all in Japanese, obviously, and he said, "I fell in love with you at first sight."
Wow.
Quite romantic. It starts off all right, yeah?
I want to hear the rest of it.
However, that's what it started out with. It ended with
strong.
An ardent request that she meet him by the bike rack outside her apartment. And then he ended it with, "If you do not come, I will post videos of you in the bath on Twitter."
How did he get them?
So an ultimatum.
But how did he get them?
Well, she thinks that he didn't have them because she doesn't. And
Does she have a window in her bathroom?
Exactly. Most bathrooms don't. So he was obviously lying. But I like how he says, like, "I love you. Do this or I'll destroy your life."
I mean, he started strong. He got her attention.
Yeah. And draw him in.
And she's
and
like,
then
"Oh, that's
say
that's
what you want."
well." While flattered,
Yeah.
she has to turn him down.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like if during school you are taught a certain way to write in terms of like introduction, things that grab them, and then like
structurally very good.
I'd say so.
End strong, start strong, end strong. She didn't turn up, so he thought, right, I need to up my game here.
Shit.
So the letter failed. So most guys maybe in that instance would maybe level up, maybe buy some flowers, maybe get some chocolate.
Just for the record, at that point, most guys should stop. In fact, all guys should stop. If there is like no reciprocation shown, give up.
After the
They're
ultimatum,
not interested.
I mean, the ultimatum is kind of the point. It's that or nothing. She didn't show.
Even without the ultimatum, though, if you profess your love for somebody and their response is, "You know what, cool, but I'm not interested," don't pursue it.
Yeah,
give up.
Well, he did. He pursued it, and he didn't give up.
But this is just like a general PSA. Don't pursue
for all
it.
you watching, yeah.
For all you fucking perverts.
So after that, so did he buy her flowers? No. Did he buy her chocolates? No. He shit on her bike seat.
I want to know if he like directly shit on it and smeared it, or if he shat somewhere else.
Smeared it. So according to local police, he shit on her bicycle 3 times. One, including the handlebars. So I apparently they caught him on CCTV. So I don't know if he, because the shit on the handlebars is quite, because
it's very
high.
Like it's like a thin area.
Because I can't do the squat shit anyway. No, so never mind standing up and getting that angle.
Been in Japan 3 years. I've still not used one of those toilets. Not even to piss.
They're ridiculous, aren't they?
Honestly, I'm quite. Again, don't do it. But I'm impressed. Like
I know
3 shits with such accuracy as well, like
pinpoint accuracy.
I mean, with the toilets in Japan, you are kind of taught accuracy from a young age because it's like the French toilets. It's like, we call them squatty potties.
Yeah.
Like a little hole, so you have to know where you're going.
Yeah.
But what did he eat?
I know. So he did it 3 times, and
was it like 3 separate occasions? He did
3 separate occasions, and the police. See, that's what I don't get. I don't get why she didn't kind of report it after the first time.
I've got shit on my bike. I wonder who it could be. Yeah. Maybe it's the person
that's
who.
A weird bird.
Maybe it's the person who asked to meet at my bike.
Yeah. Who said he would shit? So they caught him on CCTV in the end, and like rewound the tapes and all that, and realised he did it 3 times. So they then arrested him because by this point he was 18. So they arrested him, and his excuse, he said, "Oh, sorry, I have absolutely no recollection of doing so."
That's some like fugue state shitting. He's like, he works himself into such a rage that it's like, fugue state, must go to this location, must shit.
Yeah. He shit so much that his memory...
I was going to say, now I understand why you asked what the past tense of shit is earlier.
Yeah.
I'd say shat as well. But
shit or shat? Let us know. I have a question for you, Joe.
What is the question?
Is Japan safe?
It's such a multifaceted question. So many different aspects.
Yes.
In general, I think
in general, yes.
The immediate answer
is yes.
The first thing that you want to say is yes.
Yes.
Coming from England, where obviously there are safe parts and unsafe parts, but the general feeling is one. I come from Birmingham. It's a different story.
Well, but... I went to university in Gillingham. Okay, I'll just tell you a quick story now. And one morning, a Thursday morning, a car alarm's going off, and I'm like, what the fuck? I just want to sleep in on my day off. Car alarm's going beep 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 beep. I'm like, what the hell? It goes on, and then I hear some shouting. I'm like, what the hell? So I open up. I was on the first floor. Open up the curtain. 2 guys are wrestling on my car. It's my car alarm going off. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I kind of run outside, open the door, look outside, and they're like wrestling on my car, like kind of punching and missing. It's like the worst fight ever. They're like, bam, bam. And I'm like, that's my car. These women are like shouting. And then one guy picks up a pitchfork.
Where the fuck did he get a pitchfork from?
Yeah. And he starts swinging it. I'm like, what the fuck? So at this point, I start calling the police. I'm like, oh my God, there's 2 guys, like, they're kind of wrestling, but they're trying to stab each other as well, and like they're destroying like my property. And then, okay, we're on our way, just stay on the phone. And then the guy with the pitchfork stabs the other guy in front of my eyes. I'm not even joking.
What, stabbed?
Yeah. Stabbed him. Guy clutched his waist, went down onto the floor. This is why I wanted to save it for the podcast. Went down onto the floor, clutching, and I was like, holy fuck, like still on. I was like, you gotta get in now. Stabbed him. He fell on the floor. The guy was about to lift it up again, just as the sirens came in, and I was like, fuck. He then legged it with the pitchfork.
I like how he didn't throw
the
the
pitchfork. Guy was like crawling, one-handed. His wife or girlfriend helped him up, took him to, I guess like a neighbour's house, and then like the police came. And I had to have an interview with a full-on detective, not just a policeman, a detective, because it was like a murder inquiry.
Attempted
basically.
murder.
Yeah, and detective came in, it was mad, asked me all these questions, and like, I was just like, I don't feel safe. But I've never once had that feeling in Japan.
So even just around the corner from where I live, there's kind of like that general air of unsafety. Yeah, and then, like you said, in Japan, I'll go out at 2 o'clock in the morning around Sisakino, 10 minutes down the road from me, which is, I think, on the list of the, something like, I don't know, it's like an arbitrary number, like 7. The 7 least safe places in Japan.
Yeah.
It's on that list. And I've never once felt unsafe. Unsafe. I felt bothered by people.
Yeah. Like sometimes
leave me alone.
Or stuff. Yeah.
Like,
gaijin.
Well, we saw that fight the other day.
Yeah.
Get out the car.
Yeah.
And he was already out the car.
Yeah.
But at that point, it was just let's stop and watch.
And even then, they kind of both apologise to each other.
It's like, this is funny. It's like, I'm not like, I need to go because I feel unsafe. It's like, I need to stay because this is hilarious.
Yeah. I guess I'm speaking in terms of me being a male foreigner in Japan. But
you are a lot taller than everyone here.
I'm a lot taller, but I've never felt, and I've never seen anything that I like. If I went out on a Friday or Saturday night back home, there would always be at least one fight. There would be a rowdy person smashing glass, or there would be some kind of like dangerous fight. Here, maybe I've seen 2 in 7
The
years.
fights are always hilarious as well.
Yeah, and they're funny fights here.
Actually, to be honest,
They always apologise
the
after.
only time I've seen fights here is...
It's when you and me, we take our shirts off and wrestle.
Oh, but we have to remember the olive oil as well to lube ourselves up. The only times I've seen fights here are like recently in the past 6 months or so. Like there was that one guy
downtown,
who like in Sisikino, but they're never anything that's like you never feel like either party is going to be genuinely hurt.
It's never vicious.
It's just drunk
no
people
murderous
stumbling.
intent, and it's usually about a girl. Like one girl's made out with both of them, and they're both like, "She's mine." She's mine.
It's like,
and they just insult each other by going like, "Omae you are." Omae
it's like, I am what? Please tell me.
Finish the sentence, please. What am I?
Or like,
Omae wa nice guy this. There was that one as well where a policeman was in the car and that guy kept opening the policeman's door and he was like, "Yamete kudasai, please stop." And the guy just kept opening the policeman's door and the policeman would like shut it and then he was just opening and it's like, you're a policeman, you should be like arresting this guy's ass. But he was like scared and saying like, "Please stop." Not even like, "Stop." He was just like, "Please stop."
Considering
which is
as
nice,
well,
really. I like the kindness.
That's the thing as well is, in terms of like safety, you'd expect it to be worse considering how fucking useless the police force are out here.
Let's just get a statistic here. So I did some research before. According to the 2016 UNODC statistics, Japan's rate of intentional homicide per 1,000 population is the lowest in the world at 0.3 per 100,000. Yeah. Compare that to Australia, which is 1, and America, which is 5.4. We don't need to talk about America. Everyone knows the situation in America.
Yeah,
right?
let's just like skip
Sky-
over that.
Yeah, slide by. However, in Japan, the two most prevalent are traffic accidents and child abuse, which we might have some podcasts on in the future. Traffic accidents.
Traffic accidents for sure, because...
Oh my God. Don't talk too much about it, because we need to save that for an actual hour length.
And here's the thing, like...
Special.
It's Sapporo.
2 hours.
We have 6 months of snow a year, unless it's this year, in which case it's been weirdly low, like scarily so. But drivers in snow, it's always going to be more accidents, but drivers here just fucking suck anyway.
Yeah, it's not even due to the weather conditions. It's just the facts that, like, I don't want to talk too much about it, but like
in
way
conclusion,
to pass the test,
Japan is safe. Unless you're a cyclist.
Exactly.
And other than that, you're okay.
Yeah,
you're gonna be fine. Oh, also, unless you're like a 16-year-old,
a high school girl on a train in Tokyo.
Yeah,
that's pretty dangerous as well.
Yeah,
I mean that's why they've got. I don't know if you knew this, but
is your phone Japanese?
My phone is Japanese. Yeah.
Take a photo with it. Show them. Take a photo with it.
What's your phone? Well, let me get off.
Look, so I am taking a photo right now. No noise.
No noise. All right. I will now. Oh, I got a text from a girl. I will now take a picture of Joe.
Noise.
Boom. Hope that camera.
So that is, I think it's enforced by law.
It is. Every
smartphone with a camera in Japan,
has to have
mandated by law, has to make a noise when you take a photo because of the prevalence
of perverts on trains,
hentai.
There was that story ages ago. I think Ricky Gervais and Steve Merchant talked about it. Like, this is 20 years ago. A policeman was arrested because he put a camera on his shoe and put his shoe in between like schoolgirls' legs on the train, and then the flash went off, and that's how he was caught. I mean, if you're going to be a perv, at least think about it.
And that's also why I think in every city in Japan, with regards to their subway, they have the women-only carriages that is like from first train to 9:30 or something. So it's it's like the work rush hour in the morning,
which is great.
Yeah, so it's women only, and I mean that's fantastic. Sometimes I wish that I could like have a Joe only carriage.
Well, I was going to say, I'm surprised that's not like a Gaikokujin only, foreign only thing.
God, I wish, man. Actually, it'd be pretty loud in there. I just want it to be less people because the subways here in the morning are hell. But it's like the amount of the lengths that they have to go for, like, it's not even deterrent, it's just protection. And that's the difference, is like having deterrence and protection. There was that story recently, I don't know if you heard, but I don't know if it was like an idol or a news presenter. She was found by this guy who proceeded to beat her up. And she was found because he found out where she lived or her location by looking at the reflection in her eye.
Wow.
And here's the thing.
Shit, man.
Why are perverts so smart?
Yeah.
Like,
bloody hell.
How can they do that shit? That's like
CSI shit.
Yeah, exactly. That's like
Grissom,
Vin Diesel's detective mode in Fast and Furious 5 or whatever it was, where he somehow found out how Lottie, whatever her name is, died.
Don't know.
But it's
cheers for spoiling it for everyone.
Spoiler alert, she's not dead. She's in like the 10th installment of whatever movies there's on now. Man. But and it's the protection that they have, like the lengths that they have to go in order to protect people from it, like having things like that, the camera, noise, the women-only carriages and stuff. Yeah. But people still find ways to get around it and to continue.
The pervs are getting smarter in Japan. Yeah. Yeah. And I do like that all phones have to have cameras, have to have noises on the cameras. Yeah. But now they just have apps, like no sound apps.
Like I think it's something like on Snapchat, it doesn't make a noise if you take a photo or something.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I was in Tokyo in October with my sister and her brother and my brother-in-law, and I was stood there with them on like not a busy train, but it was like Yamanote line at whatever. And there was a guy behind us, and I heard his camera go off, and I was like, he's not fucking doing it, is he? He's not doing this. And I turned around, and his camera's up, pointing at, I think, like my brother-in-law and my sister.
Oh, yeah.
And like, she had pink hair, he's got long hair and a beard and stuff, and I mean, absolutely no excuses. And I was like, he's not doing it, is he? And I was there like, I'm going to say something. I was there like, I'm going to make sure he's not taking a fucking photo of us. Yeah. And Vic was like, is it? My sister. And I was like, probably. And then he was getting off, and I wanted to be like, Nani shite no?
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to like, show me the fucking picture, like, shashi mitai desu.
I always think, what are they doing with those pictures
But then,
after?
So he walked around, I want to show you. So like, you are the train doors. He walks off. He's walking off with his back to us. He turned, and I can see his phone, and it's front-facing camera. So he's obviously trying to be sneaky about it or something. And then he turns around as the doors are closing, takes a photo, and walks away. And I was there like,
sneaky little bastard.
Yeah. I used to go, in the summer, I'd go out and walk like round a dark park at 2 o'clock in the morning with very little street lights. And that has never... If I was bored, man...
Going towards staying away from schools, I hope.
Oh, I don't think I live near any.
Peering through the bushes 2 a.m.
Yeah, it's not like that. They're like, okay. Is that a white face in the bushes? It's like, no, just like, you know, like, can't go out for a walk or whatever. In England, I would never dream of doing that because you just don't feel safe. Here, it's like...
Especially when you hear, like, footsteps behind you back home, I'd be like,
and that's the thing,
I dead?
Is here, like... If I'm walking behind a woman, I'm like, oh god, are they scared of me? Like, I'm like, am I the problem?
The threat now.
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't want to speed up and try and walk past them because they'll probably think I'm trying to catch up with them. So I just try and be like, no. I'm conscious of that.
Sometimes I even like cross the road because I don't want them to be uncomfortable that they see a like, but like big foreigner behind them.
If I'm going out and walking in a park at like 2 a.m. in Sapporo, I'm more scared of bears than I am of like other people because I mean bears, they're not often spotted in Sapporo, but it's not unheard of.
Yeah, just the mountain over there, Mount Moiwa, there's signs saying like beware.
Yeah,
you never know.
Like I walked up there, I didn't see a bear. I was very disappointed, but I think we went to Lake Toya and they had a map and it was like, oh, recent bear sightings around here, and they had like all of these bears around the map. And that's what, like, that's an hour away from Sapporo. So
they're nearby, aren't they?
And there was that story recently of like, I think it was a suburb on the edge of one of the cities, and they had to kill a bear because it kept coming into the village, and apparently it like knew too much about the village to where it kept coming back.
Oh yeah.
And like, I'd rather... Apparently they couldn't relocate it because it would just keep coming back. So they had to kill it, which, I mean, I'm all for the safety of people. Probably better ways to deal with it. Actually, I'm not an expert. I don't know, but it's a very real threat.
Yeah, definitely.
So, Sapporo and Tokyo. Tokyo, it's perverts on trains. Sapporo, it's bears that might want to eat you. one of the like big safety. It's not safety issues.
No,
but one of the, I'd say like prevalent crimes in Sapporo specifically.
we're going to say the same thing here. Wait. Say it after. I'll do 3, 2, 1, and we'll say the same thing.
What if we don't get the wording right and it just sounds and it's not like satisfying?
That's why it's live, mate.
Okay,
so we'll go 3, 2, 1. Say it. Okay.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
Bikes theft. Near enough.
Well, it's like
this is a second podcast.
Because we're good mates, so usually we finish each other's sentences.
I did that on purpose. Pregnant pause.
Oh man,
just to
it's embarrassing.
Just to the
fans are fuming at the moment.
I hope so. But
so bikes, bike theft.
I mean,
I've had my bike stolen twice.
Apparently, it is bike theft is an epidemic in Susukino.
It is. They have at every station they have bike guards in the morning, but yet my bike still got stolen twice. So unless it's the bike guards stealing it,
I thought they were just there to like rearrange it to make it.
I think they are. Yeah,
nice.
They make it nice.
They're always like
75-year-old
retired workers. So
yeah. I mean, gets them out of the house, but
I think I'd rather stay in the house.
Yeah, especially in winter. My bike got stolen twice. The first time it got stolen, I got it back a year later.
A year later.
So like that's how much they were working.
Had you bought a new one at that point as well?
I bought a new one, yeah.
So
I had 2 bikes at that time. So then I sold it to my mate, and then 6 months after that,
they're like, "Oh mate, you want a stolen bike?"
Yeah. And then 6 months after that, it got stolen again, and I'm like, "What?" And then this one got recovered within like a month. But it's just annoying. Like sometimes I leave my apartment and I don't even lock my door.
Same.
Don't come to mine or Joe's house.
You have to use a key to get into mine. Same for you as well.
Into the main downstairs.
So if anyone steals anything, we know that it's the people in our apartments. We've narrowed it down. We can go fuck them up.
Boom.
Let's do it. Let's set a trap.
Yeah.
I always leave my door unlocked for my apartment.
He's definitely going to be coming later.
I know some of the people in this apartment don't like me, so they're going to come up here and like...
Do they speak English though?
No, none of them do.
When my first bike got stolen, I went to the police station, reported it. 2-page form I had to fill out. Then the policeman took me to the spot.
Super detailed description of the bike.
Yeah, super detailed. He then took me to the spot where it was stolen, and he brought this massive measuring tape.
Why they do that for every single fucking crime? Tax evasion, go to the office, measuring tape.
Yeah.
It's like they want to solve every single crime with a measuring tape.
That's all they've got. That's their only tool. And he measured it from the Korban, which is police station. He measured it from there to where my bike got stolen. I'm like, mate, you don't need to measure the distance from the police station. It was about 12 meters or something.
Wait, he was that close to a Korban? Got stolen?
Yeah. It's the Nakajima Koen station one. Yeah. So he was just like, oh yeah, do you need me to do this there? And I'm like, did you need a measuring tape? Just say next to the station, or you know where it was stolen. It's there. You don't need to measure the distance. So yeah, they go all out for bike theft. All out. But murders and prostitutes and all that.
I thought you meant just prostitution in general, but it's in reference to
it's in reference to the anecdote that I have.
Violence towards them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I think. And I've heard about a lot, and I've always, when I first got here, I was there it's Japan, no one's going to steal my bike, and my girlfriend was like, no, that shit happens a lot, so make sure you lock it. I've been lucky enough to where it hasn't happened this far. Okay. Maybe it's because I had shit bikes, but I've heard
someone's about to steal it, they're like, oh fuck this.
Yeah, they're like, no.
Do you have the Mama Cherry one? The one with the basket?
I have 2. I have a Mama Cherry bike, which was my first one when I got here, which I still use for shopping occasionally, because it's if I'm going around.
You're literally an old woman.
I am, but then I have my road bike as well, which is
I've seen that one. Yeah,
actual getting around places. But the thing is, switching between the two, though, the Mama Cherry is so comfortable. It's you feel like a dickhead riding ET.
You look like a dickhead. ET exactly.
I mean, I don't have to ride a bike to look like a dickhead, but they really. I think that's the one main crime or the main issue in Sapporo is bike theft.
Yeah.
But that's because you go to literally any station here and there's 300 bikes outside at any given time. I
do think that is the biggest crime.
Probably.
I think definitely in Sapporo.
I'd hope.
Maybe Japan.
Maybe maybe the Yakuza just have this big ring of they're go steal that.
Well, now they do a lot of fraud and international crime. I've heard.
Racketeering and
have you ever met a
that.
Yakuza?
No, I don't think so.
You have to think about that though. What happens?
I know. Well, people always ask me if I'm Yakuza, and I don't know. I think it's ironic, but I don't think it is.
Oh, 'cause the tattoos,
they just
maybe.
spot a tattoo and they're like, Yakuza. I'm like, oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
This white face is in the Yakuza. It's like not like that.
I'm the English boss represent.
Like, oh no, I'm just PR for them. Like, I'm international relations. I'm sat.
You can do that art for them.
I just sit at the like desk all day, and they're like, oh, so we want to
Yakuza hotline. How can I help?
Exactly, and. It's not like I'm Jared Leto in that fucking Netflix movie where he's like the outsider or something. Boring.
It started off good. I was just like, oh, why are reviews dissing this? And then
I never watched it.
Absolute garbage.
Never watched it. No interest in it.
Don't.
But yeah, so like people ask me if I'm in it, and I'm like, yeah. I mean, does my face not give it away?
Yeah.
Like that should scream no quite loudly. But I don't think I've ever actually met a Yakuza.
So I've met one once, and also I saw a possible Yakuza boss walking down the Susukino Festival. This is where there's loads of beers and stalls everywhere.
Okay.
And there was bouncers all around this guy. Gold chains, tattoos you could just see on their neck.
Yeah.
Gold rings, everything. One guy in the middle, and he's just walking like his boss. He's got like sunglasses on at night, and everyone, the bodyguards, whatever, they're just pushing people away. I'm like, fucking push me, I can stand here.
And then
but I did get out of the way. I was a bit scared.
I was going to say actually, the Susukino Festival is like, that's like.
It's all run by Yakuza as well.
Yeah.
And also the stalls, I didn't realise, all the stalls at like the festivals.
Well, Miho told me this is...
Oh, maybe it was you that told me.
Yeah.
They're like run.
They had like Hokkaido Shrine Festival where you go around and they have like deep fried Oreos or like those those things.
Yeah, like catch a fish and stuff
catch a fish and just like those weird things where you have a cracker and you have to like cut around it or something.
Yeah.
And like you win stuff. And they actually have... I can't remember what it says on it. But a lot of the stalls have a banner. I think it's a red banner, and it basically says this stall is not Yakuza run.
Oh right, okay.
And then a lot of the stalls don't have that because they are Yakuza run or like former Yakuza or like whatever, controlled by it. But I mean, like, apparently in Susukino, a shit ton of businesses are run by Yakuza.
Yep.
Triad.
Yeah.
Or Korean Mafia.
Korean Mafia.
Which sounds like a really good house band, Korean Mafia.
Korean Mafia.
That's Swedish house mafia. Anyway.
Yeah.
Korean house mafia.
Sounds good though.
But like, apparently, loads of them are controlled by it, like run by it, like a massive percentage of it. But I mean, I've seen them, but I've never met one.
I've heard. I can't reveal too much, but
sounds like an NDA.
One mate. He went to a Yakuza bar. And
I've
he
heard
was,
about this.
Okay. And he was
had a bad time
drinking with them, had a bad time, or he was getting on with them very well, and then apparently he went to the toilet and they followed him in, beat him up, and I mean I don't know, but if you're going to a Yakuza bar in the first place, you're kind of asking for it,
asking for trouble.
Yeah, but I mean, Yakuza, they're not as.
It's not like you're going to come to Japan and you're going to be like, oh, I need to be worried about the Yakuza. It's nothing like that. And like the Susukino Festival, they're fucking everywhere. Like you see
you still have a fun time there.
Yeah, but I've never met them.
No.
I've never met a Yakuza.
Yeah. And I don't think they openly say, oh, I'm Yakuza. Even if you did meet one.
Just they're like, oh, nice to meet you. And they're like, oh, nice to meet you too. I'm Yakuza. Like,
a couple of my friends have been to onsens where are like hot springs, and they go in and there's a guy in the corner and he's just got a huge like
back tattoo. It is
tattoo,
right, yeah.
And he's got like.
I mean, our friend said that he used to live in Aomori and apparently he used to like frequent a hot spring up there, and it was like a hotbed, for like former Yakuza, and he befriended like this elderly former Yakuza.
Shit.
If you knew the friend, that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Yakuza related, but I've got a good story related to, like, you know, literally window in the bedroom there, just outside car park. Story related to that, and like we don't know the full story behind it. It was not kept from us, but they don't have to tell us anything like that.
Yeah.
But when we first moved in, not long afterwards, maybe 3 weeks or so, we spotted a car out there, and it was parked kind of erratically, and we were like, weird, whatever. Blacked out windows, which is usually like, they're illegal in Japan, so it's not it's not a good sign.
Usually it's like if there's a prostitute having sex with someone in an apartment nearby and the guy's just like the pimp's just waiting inside, so that's what they're usually for.
So, but there's a long stay hospital that's literally just over the other side of the car park, so we thought, oh, maybe it's someone staying there, like family member or someone who's checked in, or maybe like, unfortunately, maybe someone's died while they're there and the car just hasn't been picked up yet. And we're like, whatever. A month went by and we were like, that's weird still. 2 months went by and my girlfriend was like, oh, it's starting to make me feel a little bit uncomfortable. And I was like, yeah, okay, if it's like there for much longer, we'll call someone about it.
Yeah.
It's probably nothing to worry about. Probably. Hopefully. And then after 3 months, we had like a week of really hot weather in like May or something. And it was like uncharacteristically hot. Like 20, like late 20s. And black shit started leaking out of it.
What?
Like
up the car?
Like ooze, black ooze. And we were like, that's weird. Maybe it's oil. Maybe like it's rusted through or something. But then I was like, I don't think that happens. Not a car expert, but that sounds unlikely.
Yeah.
And my girlfriend was like, look, it's making me really uncomfortable. I was like, okay, call the police. And she was like, all right. So she phoned the big police station. No. She phoned the local Corban. And they didn't pick up after 3 attempts. She phoned another local Corban. Didn't pick up. Another one. So I sound like DJ
probably
Khaled.
Out saving bikes
or like...
Yeah.
Giving old people directions or something. And she tried, I think, 6 or 7 Corban, like the little ones, and there was no answer. So she phoned the big one in Susukino.
Yeah.
And now they're like, all right, no problem, whatever. We'll like send some people by, and they were like 3 months, and she was like, yeah, like bit weird. So we were next to the window in there, like peering out, and we heard like sirens come in, and they did, and like 4 people got out the car, and they were like walking
I love that
around.
as well. Quickly, by the way, police cars. When policemen are riding in the back as well, it's so.
It's like you've gone for a ride along or something like work
it's like
experience.
Wacky Racers or something. It's just like they're literally
just sat there with their hands in the
no,
lap
I'm
with the
just like
cages.
kawaii because there's the one in the front and then there's one in the passenger seat. That's fine. That's how most policemen.
But it's the fact that they're sat with
the
the
2 in the
criminals.
back
Yeah.
and they're just sitting there and they're looking out the window and like they sometimes wave and you're just like
Nice.
job. Like 4 in one car.
Yeah, it's strange.
Anyway, sorry.
So they got out. They started like looking around the car and everything, and me and Mia were like still peering over. We had the window open, listening in, and they were just like reporting everything. And he shone the light in the back, and he was there like he was like, oh, and he like leaned down to his radio and he said something, and Miho kind of went like, oh, and I was like, oh no, fucking turn into Beyonce, and I was like, oh, what did he say? And she was there like, he said that there's a male body in the back, and I was like, oh, that's fun.
Oh,
like,
that explains
right, literally
ooze.
right out the fucking window, like out of our bedroom window that we've been looking at for 3 months.
Oh,
and I'd originally said, if it's making you that uncomfortable, do you want me to go and have a look and like check it out? And she said, no, let's just phone the police. And I was there like, look, it's not a big deal. I can go and look if you want. And now I'm there like, thank you for saying no, because I'm really glad. Just did not want to have to find that.
Yeah, sumimasen.
Yeah. And then immediately they like taped off all of the like car park, fire trucks, ambulances, police cars arrived. Like, I think there was about 15 vehicles total that came to the scene, and like everyone from the apartments opposite like had come down to like check it out and everything.
3 months in hot weather as well.
Yeah, so he was basically sludge at that point. Like he looked like Muck the Pokemon. I was like, I was there like, all right, go and stand on the balcony so you don't have to like, you know, we can watch everything unfold, but we don't have to potentially see the body.
Yeah.
Went to close the curtains, and a guy on the other side of the car shone his torch, and I just looked down
at that exact moment.
And literally the exact moment, I just saw a fucking puddle with clothes on. And I just looked at it, and I was there like, oh, that's fun. Bearing in mind this was like a Tuesday at midnight, so I had to work the next day as well. I just kind of closed the curtains, walked into the room, and I was like, yeah, don't go and look. Don't go and look.
Stay on the balcony.
Yeah, and like, so everything ended about 2:00, and like they had to like remove the car and like, yeah, and like they had like ambulances here, and I was like, oh yeah, just to confirm, I'm like, oh, he's dead. Like, this puddle is not alive.
Yeah, this slug is dead.
So that's it, and that kind of like shattered the illusion a little bit. It was like, oh, Japan's super safe, like I never feel threatened here, but then suddenly there's this like dead body right outside, and like the police were continuously following up and everything, and like they came and asked questions, and then they phoned Miho later on. So I was there like, I think if it was a suicide, it'd be kind of cut and dry. A little bit. It wouldn't like prompt many further investigations. So obviously something happened.
That's the thing. It's so random, or it's so rare in Japan that when it does happen, we're shocked.
Exactly. And the thing is,
on BBC News every day, I'm like, oh my god, this person's died, this person's died, this person's died. and I kind of just scroll through it now.
Yeah.
But then if something happens here, I'm like, oh my god!
Literally on my doorstep. And the thing is as well, like, I live in a busy area, and it's a nice area of Sapporo. Like, it's one of the most desirable places to live, which I didn't know. But it's next to the tram line, a main road, literally a car park just off of it. So it's not exactly a discreet location to fucking dispose of someone. Like, it kind of did shatter the illusion a little bit because it was so close outside. But again, since that was 9 months ago, I think, and since then I'm like, still feel safe. It's
exactly.
It's just gone back to, admittedly, like, it was an unpleasant experience, but it's not one that's kind of made me feel generally unsafe since then.
Is Japan safe?
It's a loaded question. I can't answer with yes or no, but I think for the most part you'd say yes.
Yes,
like,
but make sure you lock your bike.
Don't be a 16-year-old girl or just a female just a female in general. Japan sucks towards females.
We'll get onto that gender inequality podcast.
That's going to be a really, really fun one, isn't it?
Yeah.
But no, so yeah, yes, but I think is the answer. Yes, but
there we go. So is Japan safe?
Yes,
but yeah, just make sure you lock your bike. It's safe.
Just be safe. Just
be sensible. Don't be an idiot.
And like, if you're a tourist, for the most part, you're not gonna encounter many of these things.
That's the thing. This is us living here. If someone came here for a week, they wouldn't know what happens. They wouldn't know any backstory. They wouldn't know what happened after that. But because we live here,
if you come in as a tourist,
those kind of things.
If you come here as a tourist, generally you're going to be very well looked after, and there won't be anything to worry about. It's not like you're going to get pickpocketed or anything like that. So.
And also, if you do lose your wallet, it'll be found. I lost my wallet once, and it was returned with the exact money in it, all cards and everything.
Yeah.
Mad. That was in a bus station as well, in Miyanosawa.
Nice.
And I left my wallet there, got on the bus, realised I forgot it, told the bus driver, and he called the bus centre for me, and he was like, oh yeah, it's been handed in like 20 minutes ago. I'm like, oh my god, cheers, bruv.
Yeah, magic. So that's
in England, you'd just be like, cheers.
Generally, people are like...
I wouldn't. Someone else would.
Maybe just like a cheeky tenner or something.
Yeah, just like a tenner.
People are considerate here, and there's like... I think there's a general respect for the people, for the most part. Obviously, there are a lot of old people on trains who just hate me, just because... They do. Yeah. But I mean, it also saves the seat next to me a lot of times. So
the gaijin bubble, as we call it.
To be honest, I've never actually experienced that much. Maybe an old lady once sat on my knee.
Save that for next time.
I think that's a good place to end. An old lady sitting on my knee.
Sounds like a nursery rhyme. Cheers for tuning in, and see you next time.
And remember, any questions?
Yeah.
Happy to answer anything.
Hashtag Ask Joe. Put it in the comment section below, and we'll try and end the last maybe 5-10 minutes of the podcast. We'll have some questions for Joe.
Yeah, nice little segment.
Yeah.
Get my opinion on some things, because everyone wants to hear that.
They do.
But just any topics that need to be tackled, anything like that. Yeah. Anything you want to know about living in Japan, we're happy to answer.
Absolutely.
Maybe unsavoury things, maybe unpleasant things.
We'll do the stuff that other YouTubers won't answer.
Potentially. Maybe other people do. Who knows?
Maybe they do. I don't watch them, to be fair, but I just thought that's a nice tagline to get some people in.
Well, we'll answer anything.
We will, yeah. Just leave it as that. We'll answer anything.
Cool. All right. Comment, subscribe, Patreon. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
See you later.
In a bit.
And, Kanpai. I finished it, so I'm not going to drink it. But yeah. Cheers.